If you've been looking for a reason to jump into Cyberpunk 2077 or return to the game to try out a new playthrough, then it's going to be the perfect time with the 2.0 update. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but a lot of the press has had a chance as well. But I want to go through all of the changes and why I'm really excited to jump back into Cyberpunk and hopefully condense it down so you guys will understand what is exactly coming with the 2.0 update. And then obviously we have Phantom Liberty coming out a few days later, because a couple of days ago they launched to the fact that we are going to be able to play the 2.0 a couple days early on the 21st of September. So here we have a brief overview of what is coming in the 2.0 update and what is coming in the Phantom Liberty update. In the free update, we're getting a redesign to a lot of the perks and the skill tree in the game, a revamped cyberware system and a way that the armor works in the game, stats and such now, a look at the new police system and combat AI improvements, vehicle combat and car chases, UI and UX improvements, loot, item and crafting changes, and then also a couple of extra things with the radio and such. And then we have a bunch of extra stuff that's coming with Phantom Liberty. The cap in the game currently is level 50, and that's going up to level 60. And then we've obviously got all of the extra stuff coming with Phantom Liberty, which is even a new relic tree, which is something I'm really excited to check out because it's going to add some way new, crazier ways for you to be able to play. But let's actually first talk about the skill tree. If you go to the Cyberpunk website, they've actually just released a planner from a couple of days ago that allows you to actually plan a Cyberpunk build right now before you jump back into the game. So the way that the game works now is that you have a certain amount of attribute points. As always, you are going to have 66 in the full game when Phantom Liberty is available as well. And you're going to have, by the way, you're going to have 80 perk points for you to be able to use as well. Note that you can only reset your attributes once, so you need to be careful with what you're doing, but I'll show you why it's important that you worry about your stuff anyway. So let's go through the skill tree system and what is actually changed. So with the skills in the game right now, it used to be there was crafting tied to it. There was also health related items and stuff in the previous game. All of that has been stripped away for this new system, which is essentially like having a couple of main core perks that you'll select per tree with a couple of passive extra adds on top. So let's just put in, for example, body needs 4 points to access the bottom tree. Then you can go up to 9, which gets the next part of the tree, then all the way up to 15, and then 20 to give you the final version of the tree. This is on the body tree, so we would start out with Painkiller, which is now unlocks slow health regen in combat, and then you need to put 3 points into Adrenaline Rush to be able to unlock the rest of the perks within the tree, i.e. Juggernaut, you get more movement range and damage. Adrenaline Rush is active, you gain immunity to penalties and non-damaging effects, and then obviously Adrenaline Rush is the main perk, and then finally we can get Pain to Gain. And then you can also go into the other trees by being able to level them up the same. We put 2 points in here, 3 points in here, and then eventually Savage Sling. And then you can eventually unlock the Ripple Effect, which is like the combination of 2 different trees. And that, it's just with body. And every single time you level up in the game right now, it has a lot more meaning and it isn't confusing in the way that it looks. So we'll reset the body tree. For example, if we go into the reflexes tree, which is going to be one of my favorites, purely because it's going to be to do with blades and speed. I'm going to be building out like a full cyber ninja now with stealth and also blades in my playthrough. So I'll be looking to do a build on that eventually. But you can see I go through the tree, make my way through to get lead and steel, go up and get Blade Runner, and eventually get Slaughterhouse. And that is a total of 8 points to be able to get that. So you're already online very, very quickly as soon as you have your reflexes up to 20. Obviously, as you level up, the more points that you're going to be able to put in there. And then you'll be able to get Bullet Deflect, you'll be able to get Bullet Time, you'll also be able to get Seeing Double, Go in the Distance, Opportunist, and Flash of Steel. So it makes it super easy. And you can also share the build as well to be able to put it off to your friends. So expect to see that if I do a build in the future. But that's what the skill tree is going to look like now. You will be able to refund your perk points and where you put them, but your attribute points You can only reset them once in the game. Whether there's going to be a mod on PC which allows you to do this infinitely, which will be really, really cool, and maybe we could essentially do this on consoles, I don't know just yet. Whether or not they're going to plan on doing a New Game Plus, I don't think so, but still, this is a really cool change to the skill system. The next big change is to do with the cyberware system. The cyberware system now plays into your armor rating. Rather than your clothes and some of the things that you had equipped on you at times that plays into the armor rating, no. You now have to balance between your armor and also your cyberware that you put into you. Some of them give you a little bit more health and armor. But the main thing that they've added in is on the right hand side, which I'm looking at right here, is the cyberware, like cyber psychosis meter. Though in the anime and within the lore, Cyberpunk Edge Runners and within the lore of the game, if you have too much cyberware in you, or too much chrome as they call it, you are going to eventually go through some form of cyber psychosis, which means that you could eventually have hallucinations. Different effects are going to happen. Maybe things won't work the same way. Maybe it could be a fun way to playing on that edge and seeing how it would affect you. And I'd like to see some of these additional effects that you'll be able to get. But yeah, the armor system is now tied to your cyberware and also the cyberware system rather than your clothes. You can just make yourself look whatever the way you want to now, which I think is a really, really good change. Another quick thing to talk about is the revamped police system. It's going to work pretty much like the same way it works in a lot of other games now. If you commit a crime that you're out in the world and you get seen, or you get the police come after you, then you're going to then have to either be chased away and run away from them. And if you do things consistently, you're gonna have max tac come after you. Now, max tac is when you have maximum heat. We have a surprise max tac mini boss to experience various archetypes of them. Max tac are basically the SWAT, the new like NCPD, which I think is going to be very good. This is going to be an element, so if you want to go crazy with it and see how long you can survive and go up against max tac, then this is going to be something for you to do as well. But not only that, they've also revamped the car combat system. On consoles, you will now be able to bring out pistols and SMGs on your motorcycle, and you use it through your windshield. I think you press like right bumper on console, and then also the same on PlayStation 5 or 4 or 5. And then I don't know what the button will be on PC, but still, you'll be able to use these while you're in combat. And I like this. The new mounted system is going to be something very good. It's something that a lot of people have wanted for a long while now. Car chases with the MCPD are going to happen. There's probably going to be more car chases in the main story. But yeah, very, very good changes to see what they're doing with the vehicle combat. And you can also buy cars a lot easier now within the game too. You're going to be able to just go to the internet and pick up stuff there as well. Now, I don't have any footage of this because obviously I haven't been playing early access of the game, because a lot of people at press have been playing, and the reviews at the moment for the 2.0 update are very, very good. There's going to be more impressions on Phantom Liberty on the 21st, I believe. But still, one of the other things that is going to be a massive change to the game now is the crafting system. No longer is crafting tied to your skills, so you don't have to waste any points there. And the other cool thing is that you can keep the gear that you want and upgrade it as you play through the rest of the game. So if you find a really cool weapon, you can keep upgrading it, and it's no longer tied to specific skills that you needed before. And then also on top of that, they've changed the way that itemization works with the health systems in the game. Health systems are basically, the pickups of them are gone. You're going to have limited uses. So you'll have, say, 2 uses of a med pack throughout your combat, and that will slowly recharge over time, rather than having a million of them in your inventory that you may not always go through, and a million different items. Now there'll be potentially one item, the risk reward, that you don't get health regen, but you're able to slow down time more often with the specific item that you're using. I don't have too much information on that because, once again, I haven't got my hands on it yet, but I'm extremely excited to jump into Cyberpunk 2077. I've been loving playing Starfield recently and all the other games that we've had, and it's the perfect time to jump back into Cyberpunk, so expect some build videos, especially when I'm going to be messing around there. and hopefully I'll go over the skill system a little bit more in depth and the itemization system on the channel. So yeah, hold off on trying to watch the content. Just give me some time to get used to the systems and such. But let me know what you think about Cyberpunk 2077 and its new update, and then also going into Phantom Liberty. I would love to get your input. Are you jumping in for the first time? Are you returning to the game for a new playthrough? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And if this video has been informative and helpful, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell as always. And this is Spinach Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.